All right. Hey, everybody. Ooh. How y'all doing today? Okay. So for drop those dollar signs for those who are watching on YouTube and Facebook. Happy Monday, everybody. Hello, everybody in TikTok. This is my first time, so I'm trying this out. So we'll see how this goes with you guys here on TikTok. So if you guys don't know, you can always drop your questions. I'm going to answer them as we go so that you don't miss out on a thing. If you guys here on Facebook, thank y'all because y'all always here and I appreciate it. Chantel says once a week is not enough for my live. I agree, especially with all the ways that these things are changing. But let me just tell you. So I'm not going to delay. I am going to go ahead and give you guys the info. Again, if you guys are watching on TikTok, please go ahead and drop your questions. I will answer them as I go along so that you don't miss out on a thing. All right. So hello, everybody. I hope you guys are doing great. Let's get to it and let's talk about what's changed really fast so you guys know. You know, everybody likes to come in the live late. So we're just going to go ahead on and get on it. All right. If you guys do not know, we're going to start from the top. Let's talk about these loans, this money, right? Because that's what we're always after. That's what we're always trying to chase is how can we get the coin, right? So here is how this is going to go with the SBA as it stands right now. So the SBA pretty much has said, and let me move this. Let me change this for you TikTok guys, because I feel like I'm not giving you any eye attention. All right. All right. So for SBA, if you did not get your full $10,000 grant, just know that you guys will be contacted. All right. So the SBA pretty much was like, we're not trying to hear it. We don't want y'all calling us. If you did not get your full amount of the grant money, the full $10,000, they will contact you to arrange giving you the rest of the money. But let me tell you what they're gonna do. All right. So it's not gonna be something as simple as far as we know, okay, it's not going to be as simple as you saying you didn't get your full 10K, give me the rest of the money. It is supposed to be some support and documentation that you guys have to turn in order to get the remainder of your funds. Okay, that's how it's going right now. Ooh, look, my lash about to pop off. All right. If you are an individual that got the loan and you want more money, you can do a reconsideration to ask for more money. Okay. I just helped somebody do one last night. It is not that difficult. Okay. So if you are planning on asking the SBA for more funds, okay, and the max that they're going up to now for the EIDL is 150K. All right. So whatever you got the first time, if you feel as if you need more money, you can request that from them. Okay. And I just want to check for my Facebook guys. You guys can hear me, right? TikTok, you guys can hear me too. I just want to make sure you guys can hear what I'm saying before I get to going. So just somebody say yes, you can hear me or something, and then we're good, okay? Hey, Shaliqua. Hey, Noldy. Hey, Andrea. I see some of y'all in here, all right? Okay, good. Thank you, guys. All right. So if you want to get an increase to the money that you already got for the grant, do nothing. They're going to email you. Okay. Now, SBA stated specifically, do not fall for scammers saying that they are the SBA contacting you. Okay. The SBA will have SBA.gov in their email. So make sure that if you get any type of email from anybody saying that the SBA, please click on the who it came from so that you can verify that it came from the SBA. All right. So as far as we know right now, what they may ask you to send in is your 4506T, which is your IRS tax transcripts, because they are going to probably make you demonstrate that you need the rest of the money versus just giving it to you. Okay. So y'all see they changing everything around. It's not like it was last time. It's not going to be easy to get the money like it was last time. It's just different this time. All right. If you are wanting an increase, you can go up to 150K on your increase for the EIDL grant. I mean, excuse me, the EIDL loan. You will have to turn in your 4506T, which is your transcript form from the IRS showing that you have been filing taxes. They are looking for that. Congratulations, Mindy, looking for you're on contract for your first home. Congratulations. Okay. They're going to be looking for your driver's license front and back. They're going to need a voided check. And they also are going to ask you to put down your liabilities. So they want to know, okay, Tina says, if you fill out the 4506T form, won't they get the tax information? Yes, they will get the tax information, but in an email that I saw, they still asked for copies of the tax returns. Now, you have your choice if you want to turn those tax returns in, or if you just want to do the 4506T form, but you do have to show them that you filed taxes somewhere for this business. And the reason why they're doing that is because they gave a lot of money to undocumented businesses, and now they want to make sure that these people who are getting money this time are real, okay? Michelle Turner, I'm going to read yours in a minute. Yours is just a little long, okay? Besides that liability form, they are going to ask you to answer some questions, and those questions are going to be the same questions that was actually on the application. So they are going to want to know what your cost of goods sold for the 2019 was. They also want to know what your revenue was for 2019. And if you guys want to know how to figure out how to do the loan, pretty simple, okay? You're going to take what your revenues was, and we're going to say your revenue was $100,000 for 2019, and your cost of goods sold, and cost of goods sold is pretty much raw materials and things that you have on hand that you have to, so I'd say inventory. So inventory that you have on hand, right? They want you to be able to subtract that amount from your sales and whatever is left over. So we're going to say you have $50,000 in cost of goods sold and your revenue is $100,000, right? So if you subtract 50 from 100, you're going to end up with $50,000, right? Then what the SBA does to determine how much to give you, they take that amount and they, hold on, so I don't want to say it wrong. They multiply it by 50%, and then that is how they determine what they're going to give you, okay? So if you so I'm saying that backwards because some of you, when you go to fill out their paperwork, you already know how much of a loan you need or to request, okay? So if you already know how to do the math, it makes it a lot easier when you go and do the application if you guys don't understand that. So I'm gonna say that again. Take your cost of goods sold, subtract from your revenue, and multiply by 50%, and that is what your loan amount would be, okay? So don't contact the SBA for any grants. They will contact you. If you want to do an increase to your loan, you can go up to 150K. They are doing that. And that is it that they're doing. They are still doing the targeted grant, but the targeted grant is still going to be a part of that advance. You do not apply for it. Pretty much what they're going to do is they're going to exhaust those funds with the people who meet the criteria first. So if you're in a low income, your business is in a low income area, 30% or more or less. I put the videos out. I'll put them again. If you're watching from Facebook, I'll put it in my story. It's already on my YouTube if you guys are watching, so you can see what the requirements are. And TikTok, it's already here on TikTok too, okay? So they are going to give out some money, but just not to everybody like they did before, all right? Now for the PPP, I have a lot of people asking me about the PPP, so let's go through that really quick. The PPP is open, but here's why a lot of people won't qualify. It's two things that a lot of people do not have. One is a 2019 Schedule C, and that is pretty much just you uploading your taxes showing that in 2019 you claimed your business or you wrote your business and you did self-employment on your taxes so that they can see that you did do something in 2019 with that business, okay? They're not looking for any certain thing on that other than the business is on there, okay? Now, the other thing that makes people ineligible is the, they want a 1099 or a IRS form 941 or 943. They want to see that you have payroll. So a lot of you guys who usually follow me are going to be sole proprietors or individuals who do not necessarily have employees. So if you don't have employees, you need to have a 1099 from 2020. And you need to have on that 1099 your business. And then you need to have the business, your business is paying you. Okay. So the The payer is your business and the payee is you. Okay. So that is the only thing that is missing from the PPP application. A lot of people are not aware that they have to show something for 2020, and you do. And that's all you have to do. Okay. That's the only thing that's really keeping individuals from actually getting this money, is because they don't have that 1099. So make sure you guys have a 1099, and make sure you have your 2019 Schedule C. Okay. Now, you guys have been seeing Biden's been signing all these executive orders. So I guess you guys want to know what's coming down the pipeline, and I'll tell you really fast. The third stimulus, right? So the third stimulus is not passed just yet, but so you guys know, they keep saying $2,000, $2,000, $2,000. But what they're not telling you is they're going to subtract the $600 you already received from the second stimulus. So technically, you will only get $1,400. Now, y'all know how everything is fluid when it comes to the federal government. It changes. So I say this tonight, but next Monday it could be different. But that has pretty much been the same ever since Biden has been talking. It has not changed that much. Instead of $2,000, you should be looking at getting $1,400. Okay. We don't know what it's going to be for dependents just yet. That still has to be determined. But right now, do not think about getting a $2,000 check just yet. And I know you guys have probably heard about the $3,000. Don't worry about that just either, because that's not approved yet. So right now, the only thing that we should be possibly looking at is getting the $1,400. And I would tell you guys not to even look forward to getting that until around February sometime. All right. So don't get too excited just yet. Okay. Eviction moratoriums. Okay. So anybody who is worried about the January 31st expiration date, it has actually now been extended to March 31st. So make sure you tell somebody. And if you guys are watching me here on Facebook, please share or tag somebody, because we want everybody to get good information. And I want to be introduced to your friends, so when they have questions, they know who to come and ask. All right. So March 31st is the new date for the eviction moratorium. I am waiting for CDC to update their website, and then I will list the new form that you guys can use. There is a different form than it was last time. I don't know if you guys can really see this, but this form is new. This is not the form that they've been using. Instead of having to write under penalty of perjury on the form, they actually included it in all bold. So now all you got to do is sign this, print it out, sign it, and give it to your landlord. Okay. I'll answer that, Sandra. So you can give this to your landlord. Okay. And this is to encourage them not to evict you. All right. Nothing is saying that they can't, but this is to encourage them not to. Okay. Now I'll tell you, if you do run into the situation where you are, or you find yourself being served with eviction paperwork, okay, you can do what is called, you can request a, what is it called? It's called, it's a motion, right? So a lot of you guys aren't attorneys. I'm not an attorney either. But I do understand law enough to know how to maneuver. Okay. So there is something called a motion to determine rent. So if you get served with paper saying that you have to move, you're getting evicted, you can go immediately to your clerk of court, because you only have like 5 days to respond. Go to your clerk of court and tell them you want a motion to determine rent. And what that is it actually is a delay tactic. Okay. So I'm sorry if I have anybody on here who is a landlord. I just want to tell renters, because it's more renters than there are landlords. I just want them to know motion to determine rent pretty much forces you and the landlord to have to go to court, but it also delays your actual eviction process, because now the courts have gotten involved, and pretty much a motion to determine rent, all it says is that you want the courts to verify that the amount that they're charging you, or they say that you owe, is valid. So all it does is just give you a little bit of time, a little bit of delay time. That is all. Okay. But hopefully you can get them with this new CDC form that will now expire March 31st. Okay. Let me see. Let me take some questions here really quick. Okay, so Chanel says, so is the loan open to apply? Yes, the loan is open to apply. Says this is your first time. That's great. I would say that if you need any assistance, it's better to get assistance the first time, but make sure that your credit score is 620, 620 or better, because they do pull your Experian credit report. And if it is not good, then you will be denied. Okay. So good luck with that, Chanel. If you need anything, all you got to do is hit the inbox. I'll help you as much as I can. All right. Let's see. And TikTok, if you guys have any questions, please ask, because you guys have be filling up my my posts with questions. So you can ask them if you're here. Nichelle says my employment status was straightened out with an expiration date of 3/31, but within the last day it changed to expired active with the program type as pandemic EUC and an expiration date of 5/20. It's my last week signed as a 5/20. So most of your stuff ran out, Nichelle, but I'll tell you right now, the good part is it says pandemic EUC. That's a good thing. Keep claiming your weeks. Do not stop claiming your weeks. Continue to claim them. And the reason why is the system is slow. Okay, so it takes a little bit of time for it to catch up with itself. But please keep claiming your weeks. If you are unsure, and I'll tell anybody, if you're unsure that your money's going to run out and you want to know, please pick up the phone and call these individuals. Okay, and you can go right here to this website, floridajobs.org. And if you guys are watching on TikTok, you can go to unemploymentpua.com, unemploymentpua.com, and you can actually track your state's unemployment. You can keep up with when your $300 payments are coming out. And I tell you guys that too here on YouTube and Facebook. Unemployment PUA is the way to go. I check them just about every day. So that I don't miss anything to give you guys. All right. So make sure you're doing that. All right. Hello, Zigzagger. How you doing? All right. So I got a question here on TikTok. How do you get unemployment if you're self-employed? Baby Cakes, if you want to get unemployment and you're self-employed, all you need to do is file unemployment regularly like you normally would do. The difference is you are probably going to get denied. And that's okay. If you guys get denied right away, please know that you do have the option to do a hearing with the individuals in the unemployment office. No, you don't have to go in or anything like that. It gives you the opportunity to talk to them so that you can actually explain your situation instead of just answering questions on the questionnaire. So do apply normally. If it asks you if you're, self-employed or your income or 1099, however, put that information in. Don't worry if you get denied. Just ask for a hearing so that you can explain it. And the one thing I tell everybody is make sure that no matter what you say to get unemployment, make sure you put because of COVID. Okay. So if they're saying, why can't you work? Well, because of COVID. I had to stay home with my children, the daycare closed because of COVID, or whatever reason, everything needs to end with because of COVID, because the only way that you can get this unemployment so easily is because of this pandemic. And you want to be able to make sure that you're talking the language that they understand. You don't want to say, I got fired or if you did, it's all because of COVID anyway. All right. So just make sure that you say that. That is very, very important. Justice Dave said, can I apply for PPP for the first time and receiving unemployment for 2020? Yes, you can. You can apply for any of these grants and loans and still get unemployment. That does not matter. That should not stop you. Don't let that stop you at all. Okay. Sandra Terrell says, should I wait to file my taxes? Well, you can't submit your taxes to IRS until February 12th anyway. If you have not gotten your second stimulus and you want to wait for it, you can, but you can call or contact your normal tax person and you can do your taxes anytime you want to, but they're not going to be submitted. They can submit, but they're not going to be accepted into the IRS until February. So if you want to have them just do your taxes and hold it in the system and wait to submit in case you have any changes, great. That's what I've been doing with a lot of people. We just been putting the information in, and as they get the W-2s, they give them to me. You can do that. And we'll submit them whenever they're ready. Some people are still trying to wait to see if they get their stimulus, and I don't blame you. If you have not gotten it, if you have not gotten your stimulus, just know for the 1 millionth time, you cannot call IRS. You cannot call them and update your bank. You cannot call them and change your address. You cannot call them and do any of that. All you can do is mail them something. You can mail them a change of address, but it takes 4 to 6 weeks. if you don't mind waiting, look at my lash, y'all. It's all messed up. I don't care. If you don't mind waiting 4 to 6 weeks to, for it to change, then fine. But I would tell you, leave it the way it is, unless it's going to like a closed bank account or something like that. If it is going to a closed bank account, don't worry, because they will send you either the EIP card or they will send it by mail, or you can just claim it on your taxes, whichever way you choose. Okay. Oh, thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I do. All right. Thank you, Dwight. Dwight is always helping out, putting out the information. Here goes some information to IRS. If you're on TikTok and you need to call the IRS, the number is 800-829-1040. 800-829-1040. Call them. They open at what time? They open at 7:30 a.m. I'm telling you, the sooner you call, the better. All right. Don't wait until late in the end of the day, because you're going to be looking crazy when you can't get through. And I'll hate to be on hold and then the phone hang up right when you think you're going to get through. So we don't want that. Okay. All right. So let's see. We got some questions here on TikTok. I'm going to get to you guys on Facebook in just a minute. It says, okay. Mel says, if I didn't get the second stimulus, chances are I'm not getting it right. No, not necessarily. If you got the first stimulus, you will get the second stimulus, just so you know. So it's all the same. They did not change the requirements for anybody except for individuals who are incarcerated. So if you got the first stimulus, you are eligible for the second. If you did not get it, it's because your information is bad and your money has not gotten itself to you, but you don't have to worry. You can claim it on your income taxes. Very easy. All you're going to do is just put what you received versus, the system, the software will automatically know what you should have gotten. So all you would do is put in what you should have, you put in what you got. So if they owed you $1,800, but they paid you $1,200, fine. You put in $1,200, then the $600 comes back to you during your filing of your income taxes. Now, that does not mean that everybody's income taxes are going to be blowing up, okay? Because some people owe. There are a lot of things that are different. So you cannot look at the next person and compare what they got to what you're going to get. Some people I've done, they got $12,000, $14,000 refunds, and some people got $1,000. Okay. It all depends. Some of y'all don't take taxes out of your check. So you cannot be expecting to get like a whole lot of money and you're not even paying no taxes. I'm sorry, people, but I got to tell you the truth. Okay. So everybody is different. You can always play around with the numbers and you can see for yourself. You can just go to freefiletax.com and you can do it yourself and see what you would get. You just create a fake account or a real account, whatever. You don't have to file it, but you could go there and see what you would get. So you don't have to worry about wasting anybody who's doing your taxes. You don't have to waste their time having them play around in the numbers for you. Okay. All right, Lawana. And thank you, Chanel. Please inbox me. Lawana says, are they still sending the cards or checks to the people that the bank account closed and the bank reject and send them? Yes. So the last thing the IRS stated was they're going to send out the EIP card. So make sure that you guys are paying attention to your mail, okay? Before I rip up mail or throw anything, I always do this. I slide my hands across it because I need to know if it's a debit card in there, okay? So if you guys did not get your stimulus, please be on the lookout for an EIP card or a check in the mail. And then again, it is up to you guys to how long you want to wait before you claim that you did not get it on your taxes, okay? Remember, we have until February 12th, so you got time, all right? The IRS, you see tax season ain't popping off like it normally is. Everybody around here broke, unfortunately, but that's just how it is, okay? Hi, selling by. I wish I was a teacher. I'd just be trying to help folks. That is it. All right. I cannot pronounce your name, but it says, if I ran out of unemployment, can I still apply or get COVID relief from the stimulus? If you ran out of unemployment, I would tell everybody to reapply. You may not qualify for the same type of unemployment that you may not get the PEUC again, but you should always apply for unemployment. If you guys saw today, Joe Biden signed an executive order to extend the unemployment. We will see if it's going to be extended past March. We don't know yet. All this is just like coming down the pipeline just today. So he is he's wanting everyone to be able to get unemployment if they qualify for unemployment. And he also wants everybody to get the $1,400, not the $2,000, but the $1,400 for the third stimulus as well. So we are waiting to see if the Congress and the House of Representatives are going to say anything, if they're going to just agree and go with it, which will be great. So this money can get released fast, but we just have to wait to see. He just signed these today. Before I forget, guys, if you guys owe student loans, they have extended the student loans to no payment on student loans until September 30th. So if you have student loans, you do not have to worry about making any payments on those right now. But that does not mean that you should not call. And one, you need to call the Treasury hotline. If you guys need that number on TikTok, I'll put that up. If you guys need the Treasury hotline, you need to, and I'll put this on my story too when I end. Because you guys need to make sure that you don't owe anybody, all right? Because you might think you're going to get this nice little tax refund and the Treasury takes it, okay? So you want to call the Treasury hotline to see if you owe so that you already have an idea of what is coming out of your refund before you get it. The next thing you need to do if you're not current with your student loans, since you don't have any payments, don't be afraid to call them and ask to consolidate all those loans into one, okay? You can consolidate them all into one, and you can also get on a payment plan, right? Nobody's really working. Everybody's on unemployment. You guys should be on a payment plan right now because you know how much your minimum payment will be every month? This much, okay? So that's how you do it. So use this time wisely instead of not and letting it keep messing your credit up all the time, okay? Because y'all know y'all see them every month. They reporting. They definitely report the Department of Education, okay? Love Brody says, who paying rent? All right, so it's so funny. All this money has been sent out, but nobody has sent the money to the states yet. So as soon as I hear them talking about who's paying rent, I will put it out there. There's nobody doing rent right now, okay? The only thing that's hot right now is SBA, the grant, but you don't contact them. SBA, the loan, you can apply or apply for an increase. And the PPP, that is really the only money other than unemployment. There is nothing else really coming down the pipeline just yet. That's why I said if you're having a problem or you think you're going to get evicted, you're not paying your rent, please be on the lookout for this new CDC form that is now pushing the eviction moratorium to March 31st, okay? All right, so best way to use the PPP loan, no need to pay it back. Well, the best way to use the PPP loan is to do the PPP forgiveness. Make sure you have business items that qualify so that you can write these off, okay? That is awesome that you can get a first and a second loan and will not have to pay any money. So if you guys don't have a 2019 Schedule C and you don't have a 2020 1099, you're going to have a hard time securing any of the money, okay? I've seen people get some. She's not on here, but she got $13,000 just last week, okay? Some people are still getting money, so you just have to have the documentation. If you don't have it, then y'all need to get with me so that I can tell you what it is that you do need so that you can turn it in, all right? Jan Ingram says, did the child tax credit go up? You know, I saw some stuff about EITC and child tax credit. I will get that answer for you. I do not want to tell you anything that's not exactly correct, but I can tell you that the IRS, because I get all their emails, they are pushing EITC. So they are telling you to claim those kids because they probably saying if y'all want some money, that's going to be the way to get it. All right. A lot of these tax returns are going to look like they normally are. Okay. Some of them are not. Okay. Somebody asked me about getting refund advances. Not everybody's doing a refund advance and not everybody can get a refund advance. If you have not been with your tax person for a while and gone through the same bank for a while where this bank is familiar with you and your tax situation, a lot of people are not going to get approved for a bank loan. Not everybody will. So the only thing you guys are going to be able to do is the green dot card, get the check, the Walmart card, or e-file or mail your tax returns in. Okay, so tax season gonna be off real slow. I'm telling y'all, we're gonna be celebrating tax season around summertime because it's just taking that long to get this stuff going. All right. Okay. Dana says, do you need a certain credit score for the PPP? There is no credit check for the PPP. And Nihil, I'm sorry. What was your question? All right. What is the PP? Okay. PPP is the Paycheck Protection Program. I know it sounds like I'm saying PPE, but it's not. I'm saying PPP. But there is no credit check for that. All right. So if you guys don't know, that is the one that requires more paperwork, no credit. EIDL is no paperwork, but it is credit. So you get to choose whichever one you think you qualify for. But I'm telling you, if that credit is not right, they are going to reject you immediately. Okay. Another thing that I saw Do not apply more than one time for the EIDL loan because you will automatically be rejected. They have now, and I say they, SBA has put a lot of stuff in place to detect multiple applications. So you got that business owner name more than one time, that address more than one time, the business name more than one time. It doesn't matter. Last time, you could put the business name and apply with a social. You could put the business name and apply with an EIN and people were getting paid. This time, that's not happening. So if this is not your real first time applying with a new business, don't waste your time. Just do a reconsideration for an increase. So I know it sounds like I'm saying PPE. PPE is actual personal protective equipment. PPE would be a mask, okay? PPP is the loan. So I'm sorry I got that. That may sound different to you guys. I apologize. I talk fast. All right. Baby Cake says, what if you got money for dependents you don't have for 2020? Do you owe that money back? No, ma'am. Okay, so that's for you guys too. If you got paid for a kid, so say somebody sold you their kids. Y'all know people do that. If somebody handed you those children and you claimed them and you got money for them for the stimulus, because the stimulus doesn't care whose child it belongs to. It just pays according to what you claimed on your taxes. You got that money. But now when the real parent or whomever that is claims them on the taxes this time, they will get paid extra for them, not you. Okay, so I hope I made sense. And if you got paid and that child is not yours normally, you don't have to pay it back. You get to keep that money. So there is no paying that back. Okay. China says, any info on first-time home buyers with a 600 credit score? Just so y'all know, normally there is a home buyers program, or you can get a loan for a house if you have a 580 credit score. But right now during the pandemic, if you don't have a 640, you will not be able to qualify for any type of underwriting from a bank. It's going to be very, very difficult. So if you are that close with a 600 and you need to get a 640, I would tell you, you can get with me, but I'll send you some free trade lines. Add those trade lines to boost your score. Don't do anything with them other than add them, let them hit your credit, and then go back to the bank, okay? So you don't want to do that before, and you don't want to be around 600. We want to get those scores up so you can get the best interest rate, and nobody's changing their mind and making you take a long ass time to get this house, all right? We don't want that. I applied for PPP, was told they're canceling my application because I already have an application. Are they referring to the first round? $1,000 rental property DBA. Is that it for me? Now, you seem like you're asking me a couple questions, Barbara. So I'm going to try to figure this out best way I can. So if you were denied your PPP because you already have an application, then that is either are you trying to go for a second draw? A second draw is when you're going back to get more money for the PPP. They usually don't turn you down for that. If you want to inbox me, you can, or you can message me. You can always, let me put my email up really quick for you guys that don't know. You guys can always email me at info@ShamikaSaves. Same for you guys on TikTok, info@ShamikaSaves, and I'll be able to help answer your question even better than what it is here, because I know we are trying to get through a lot. So Barbara, I want to probably talk to you offline so that I can see what you're talking about when you say they were referring to the first round $1,000 and then you put rental property. That I'm not sure. Let's talk offline so that I can give you the right answer, okay? Jay Ingram says, when is a good time to file? I don't want to miss none of the benefits. You can file taxes anytime you want to. You can anytime. It's not going to be accepted to the IRS until February. You have a little while. So you can file anytime you want to. Get with your tax person. You can give them your information. But I would just tell them don't submit anything yet. Just to wait, okay? Fashion says where to apply with the SBA, PPP loan, and grant. The PPP loan is going to be through your bank or through an online third-party bank. So if you guys are familiar with Cabbage, if you're familiar with Lending Tree, you can go to all of those places. You can go to Biz2Credit. You can go to I got so many of them online. And I'll try to make a little video here on TikTok so I can show you a couple places that you can go. But you can also inbox me, send me a message, or email me, and I will give you some of the names. For the grant, for the EIDL, no grants, just for the loan. All you got to do is type in SBA EIDL application, and it will bring you to the website, and you fill it out just as you did last time. All right. If this is your first time, great. If this is your second time, don't do it unless you have a brand new business, because we do not want them to hurt your business and deny you. Okay. Nikki says, if you owe the IRS money, will they be taking it this year? So I'm going to say yes, because they did not put out any documentation yet to say no. Normally when you owe, they take the money. All right. Just like last year. And this is why, I don't want you guys to rush to file your taxes yet, because I don't know if you remember last year, if you paid your student loans if you filed your taxes too early and you owed money for student loans or child support or whatever, they took the money. But if you waited until after a certain time, they gave you all that money back. We don't know what's going to happen yet, because that didn't happen until March last year. That may or may not happen this year. I will tell you that if you know that you owe, wait until at least March, because they don't open up the portal until the second week of February anyway. So you can wait another 2 weeks until March and then see what new information they put out. And of course, keep checking here with me on Mondays, because y'all know I try to keep up with everything. And Briso Holly, I will definitely give you the trade line info. Just send me a message and I will send them to you directly. Okay. Thank you. Just Shana today says you guys can also go to North One Bank. They got a couple banks y'all can go to. I don't want to walk into anybody's bank. If I can't do it from sitting on my computer, then y'all can't get my money. All right. And let me tell y'all something too. Just because you're getting emails from your bank telling you to apply for the PPP, that does not mean that you're going to get approved. They are only contacting you because you're a member of their bank. And if they can get you approved, that's money for the bank. So they are not thinking of you. They are not your friends. They are there thinking of themselves. So please don't think that because you got a message that means you're going to get a loan. It does not. A lot of people have sent me that. I'm just letting y'all know that's not true. That's not what that means. Monique says, if your business made more money in 2020 than 2019, can you receive the PPP or the SBA EIDL? Well, I'm going to tell you this, ma'am, Monique. The rules say your business has to take a loss. So if you want to tell them that you made more money, I can tell you right now, you're going to be denied. I'm not encouraging anybody to lie, but I'm just telling you that if you say you made more money, you will be denied, because the requirement is you have to have taken a loss. Why? Because the pandemic came out in 2020, and supposedly your business is supposed to have been hurting from this pandemic, not actually doing well. Now, there are some businesses that made a lot of money, but the businesses that did are probably not applying for loans. And if they are, they ain't telling the truth. Okay. Let's see. Let me go back here. I got some questions here on TikTok. It says, so my daughter is 27, a 27-year-old disabled adult. She has not got either check because her dad claimed her. So that is true, Ms. Combs. If you claim someone on your taxes as a dependent, they are not going to get the first or the second stimulus. But this is what they can do. In your case, your daughter cannot because she's disabled, so she probably does not work. But if you have a child that's between the ages of 17 through 24 that you claimed and they work, if they worked all of 2020 and in this year, 2021, if they want to file taxes on their own, they will get additional money back because they did not get a stimulus. You did. So in your case, Ms. Combs, your daughter cannot, but anybody else, they can, as long as they worked in 2020. Okay, but that means you cannot claim them as a dependent either. They need to be fully independent, meaning they're going to file their own taxes without you, and you cannot claim them. That's the only way that the child will get any money. Okay. Now, somebody asked me today about, and I see no one asked yet, but someone asked about, how do you get money if my child is in college? If your child is in college, they need to go to their financial aid department. The financial aid department will get funds from the second stimulus package to pay the students. Since they are not able to get money through the regular stimulus package like we did, they are allowing them to get money from the schools. So please tell your 17 to 24, if they're in college, to go to their school to get them some money. All right. Because that's exactly what I'd be doing. Okay. Let me take a question here. What if I don't have my business name trademark or have an LLC? Can I still apply for the grant? I want to be clear with y'all. There is no grant that you can apply for. The grant is only going to be by the choice of the SBA. They are not giving you the option to apply. They are going to contact you. Now, you can apply for a loan, but you cannot apply for a grant. And your business does not have to be trademarked. That does not matter. Trademark has everything to do with the logo, has nothing to do with your business. If you don't have an LLC, that's fine too, as long as you are a sole proprietor, meaning you need to have a fictitious name set up somewhere with your state secretary website, or you need to have something on your taxes showing that you claimed your business at one time. That's the only way that you can prove that you are a sole proprietor. All right. So good question, Frankie Clark. Okay. All right, Miss Star, I'll talk to you soon. All right. I got another question. I was approved for the EIDL loan. What can I spend that money on? Well, let me tell you what you can. Let me tell you this. The banks are watching. If y'all did not see my last live on Monday, the banks are watching, meaning, okay, so congratulations on getting that money, Eric, but I'm going to tell you now, if you are going to use that money for anything that's not business related, you need to withdraw the money from the ATM. Do not go and slide that card or write a check, because now you're leaving a paper trail. So if you don't want anybody asking you any questions, take out cash. You guys here on TikTok hear me too, okay? So you're only supposed to use that on business related things, rent, your insurance, business related items, whether they be a laptop, desk, chair, whatever, but anything that supports your business. Now, if you're going out and buying a car, and some people have, I'm telling you now, they're going to freeze your account and they're going to lock up the rest of those funds. And then now you're going to have to answer to somebody as to why you're not using the money in the way it's supposed to. And SBA gave the banks the authority. I saw it in one of their agreements. Actually, if you go on the SBA.gov website and you keep up with those new forms that they put out, they let you see those memorandums that they send out. And the new memorandum is, watch what they're doing. Matter of fact, it came out July 2020, but a lot of people did not know. But they're telling the banks to keep an eye. And if they feel that you're doing something that is suspicious, to report it immediately. And we don't need our accounts frozen because, well, hey, that's where we keep our dang on money, right? Okay. When do you have to have a business established? You have to have a business established for the targeted grant. Your business has to be by January 31st, 2020. For the regular EIDL loan and for the regular PPP loan, it is February 15th, 2020. Okay. Fashion says, what if you own 2 registered businesses? Can I apply for grant and loan? You can't apply for any grants. Grants are out. They have to contact you for a grant. If you have 2 businesses, yes, you can apply for 2 businesses, but make sure that you do not have repeat information, because you will get a denial and only the first application will count. Okay. So if you put in 2 applications and they both have the same business address, only the first application will be accepted, and every application after that will be denied because it has the same information. No same bank account, no same address, no same email address, no same phone number. If you can manage it. They are looking, like I said, at your routing and checking account. Gosh, they're looking at the business name. So if you have another person that shares the business with you, put them on it instead of you. You can't be one person with 5 businesses, because they know you didn't claim 5 businesses on your taxes. So you have to be wise. Whichever one you think that you claimed on your taxes, that would be the one I would use instead of just putting 2. Okay. Can you tell me, are they taking stimulus checks if you owe child support? They were the first time. They are not this time. If you owe child support, they are not taking your second stimulus. Now, we don't know what's going to happen with the third, because this is new. But the third should be a branch of the second one. So I'm guessing they won't, but I'd rather wait until I read it. But the second stimulus, they are not taking. Okay. All right. Let's see. Monique says, what's the truth about the $1,400 stimulus? The $1,400 stimulus is actually a $2,000 stimulus, but all they're doing is adding the $600 that you got this time with the $1,400 they're going to give you for this third stimulus, and that's going to make up your $2,000. So when they say $2,000, please don't get excited thinking you're going to get a $2,000 check, because you're not. You're only going to get $1,400. We don't know what they're giving the dependents yet. They may get another $600. We don't know, but right now it's only $1,400. Okay. Latanya says, can both parents claim their child on their taxes? No, only one parent should claim one child on their taxes. Now, if y'all got more than one parent could take one and the other parent could take the other. But remember, the IRS does not give you any money if the child is 17 or older, even if you're claiming a disabled individual. If you're claiming a disabled person on your taxes, you don't get any money for them. I know somebody was talking to me about it and they thought that they had to pay this person because they claimed them on their taxes. It doesn't work like that. 16 and below, you get money. That you get the earned income tax, but anything over that, you don't. So if you claim somebody that's on your taxes and they're disabled, the only thing that they're doing is they are helping you lower whatever amount of taxes that you would have owed, they decrease it. So if you owe taxes, they decrease that. If you don't owe any taxes, they didn't really do anything. But it is not saying don't claim them, because you should. Somebody should claim them. It helps, especially if you're a person that has student loans. And if you need to get your payments down, they like to see that you have somebody that you claimed on your taxes. So that's a good thing. It's not always bad. Don't let the disabled person go and not claim them. Please do. But just let them know that you're not getting any money for them unless they're 16 or younger. Okay. All right. It says SBA called me and sent an email, create your EIDL portal account and the amount, gig worker, and I'm just curious on what I can spend the money on. So Eric, I believe I answered that, but yes, you just go to the portal. All you need to do is create that account, sign in. If you have not accepted the money yet, then you are not funded. Remember, when you first do your EIDL loan, they're going to tell you that you got confirmed a certain amount. Confirmed means nothing, but that's what the math was, okay? It's not until you go in and accept that money that the SBA actually does their background, and they're actually now going to check the Secretary of State. They're going to check with IRS to see if you claim that business. They're going to check all the stuff that you put in. Then if it comes back and says funded, that means the money has hit your account. It confirmed means nothing, okay? Because confirm can go to decline in 2.3 seconds. So don't get too excited unless it says funded, and it needs to be business expenses. If you're unsure, you can always call the SBA. They're open till like 9 o'clock at night, and have your loan number handy because they will ask you about it, okay? All right, what do you know about an unemployment extension? The unemployment is already been extended right now to March 11th. Anybody that's new that's watching, please go to unemploymentpua.com, unemploymentpua.com, and you can look at every state. And you can see when they dish out the $300, when they pay, everything. And I want you guys to keep watch on that, because that's how we're going to track our third stimulus. All right. This website keeps information on when all the banks are going to be dropping the checks. So make sure you go and you favorite that site, Unemployment PUA. They're really good and helpful. I use them all the time. All right. So as a PPP grant, a loan, I have to pay it back. All right. PPP is a loan. The EIDL loan is a loan. The grant is a grant. And if people don't understand, grant, you don't pay back. All you do is add it onto your taxes. Okay, so if you got a grant last year, you need to make sure you get that 1099-G so that you can give it to your tax prep person so that you can claim it on your taxes. If you got a loan, whether it be PPP or the EIDL, you do not have to claim that on your taxes at all because you're making payments. There's no need to claim it. Now, you will need to have business insurance. That is something that they are contacting people. So if you got over $25,000, they want you to have business insurance, okay? Be on the lookout for emails from SBA. Payments are going to be due in June, so they are definitely they're going to speed up the contacting of people. So make sure you guys are checking your email constantly. And if somebody did your application for you and you don't have any access to your information, you need to call SBA right away, because I don't want you guys to miss making your payments and then screw your credit up. They don't put it on your credit report when you get it, but they do put it on your credit report when you don't pay. All right. So make sure you got that information. Lakia says, how long does it take to receive the EIDL loan after applying? It's taking about 30 to 45 days. Sorry, y'all. If your information is up to date, they can find everything with the Secretary of State. Then you can go faster. It could be a couple weeks, but I'm saying anywhere up to 45 days. It should be quicker now because nobody's really putting in applications like that. All right. It says, Hey, my her dad claims as a dependent. Okay, I answered that already. Will a disabled adult get this relief check? A disabled adult will not get the relief check if they're claimed. Only if if they're claimed, they won't. And most disabled individuals will. If they just get regular Social Security, they should. All right, they should get it with no problem. Only the people who were claimed are having issues. Thank you guys for sharing too. I appreciate that. Help somebody else out. So what do the college students have to say to the financial aid office in order to receive? They don't have to say anything. All they got to do is go to the financial aid department and ask about the CARES Act funds. Just ask them, what's the status on the CARES Act funds? When are we getting our money? This comes from the federal government. This is not coming from Shamika. So they know all about it. The school got money, believe me. And I'm sure there are some people that did not go and get their money, but make sure you guys do. All right, Miss, I will go and look to Sean. I'll check my inbox later. Thank you. Says, sorry be a bother, but I'm not getting a response from anybody about my son's unemployment check. That's Miss Robinette. I'm gonna have to keep referring you to Vanessa Brito. She's the only one that can get through to these people faster than I can. I will send her your information. Again, please send me another inbox so that I will not forget to do that for you. Sorry about that. Rashawn says, I have a friend that never got the first stimulus and didn't get the second one either. She had a baby this year. She doesn't work. How she get the funds? If she did not get her first stimulus, I need to know why. If she did not get the first stimulus because she didn't file taxes in 18 or 19, that could be why. Because remember, anybody who got the first stimulus automatically gets the second one and this third one. So I have to know why she didn't. Rashonda. So if she just didn't get it because her information is bad or her income taxes aren't processed, then that's a different story. It says she never filed, but she did the first one. It said that she filed, but yeah. So Rashonda, get to me in my inbox too, because that's another situation. I'm probably going to give you some phone numbers and some people to contact. Okay. If my fiance did not receive the first stimulus or the second stimulus, what should I do? Shorty Shell, that's the same thing. It depends on why they did not get it. Did you contact the IRS to find out why? Did he not file taxes? Is that why? You can also send me a message here, and then I will get in contact with you, and I'll try to help you figure out why he did not. Okay. So Sophie says, if your 4506T doesn't have a Schedule C on it, can you still get the EIDL loan? The 4506T will not have a Schedule C. The 4506T is just a form that the IRS, the IRS wants you to fill out so that when the person who sent it to you, they're going to send it to the IRS and they're going to request 3 years. So I've seen it already. The SBA wants to check 17, 18, and 19 because there's no 20 right now. So they're going to do 17, 18, and 19 to see what you did on your taxes. If you claimed your business on your taxes, that will be on the Schedule C. So you can get the EIDL loan without that. The 4506T does not require that unless you're asking for an increase. Okay, let's move. Okay, because y'all know I don't like to keep y'all past 8. So I got like 5 minutes, and then anybody else, we just have to talk offline. It says, I want to ask, is it true that if the person filed taxes, that the person that has unemployment money taken out of taxes, then okay, I think I know what you're trying to say. So if you did not have any taxes taken out of your unemployment, when you get your 1099-G, it is going to show that, okay? The 1099-G is going to be just like a regular 1099. It's going to show what unemployment has paid you thus far, and it is going to show how much taxes have been taken out. The tax software already knows how much that they already know how to do the math in the background. Okay, it's already built into the software. So if you did not pay taxes or enough taxes, it will lessen your tax return because the government gonna get their taxes and they're definitely gonna get their money. And if you did not pay them all that you should have, they're gonna make sure they snatch it back from you. Okay, so Dwight, be on the lookout for that. If you did not pay, and a lot of people didn't even know to take the 10% out, but they will be taking it. Okay. I think they don't make it where you guys can choose to do that now. Now they take it out, but before they weren't. So you will just expect to see a decrease, okay? I'm just tuning in what's going on with the SBA loans. You can apply for the loans, but you cannot apply for the grants, Shimoya. The grants, they will SBA will contact you themselves. The loans you can do on your own, PPP and the EIDL. If this is your second time, you cannot apply. You need to do a reconsideration, okay? Diamond says, wait, I'm in school, so I can get money from them through the CARES Act. Yes, if you are in school and you are claimed as a dependent on your parents' taxes, then you will get money from your financial aid department. You should have got money from the financial aid department from the first time. A lot of people didn't know, but from the first CARES Act, the first stimulus, you should have got money. This second one, you should get money. And we're going to see what's going to happen with this third one, but it's probably going to be the same thing because they're not going to change the rules for 17 through 24. So there might be third money for the 17 through 24, or it might not be. They may just count it with the second one because all of this is taking place within the same year. So you need to go to your financial aid office, okay? All right, let's see. Can you repeat what you suggest for newer businesses? Oh gosh, I don't know what you're talking about. Can I repeat what I suggest? What I suggest for newer businesses, send me a message and tell me what it's pertaining to, and then I'll tell you again. Justin, just Shana, I think that's how you say it. If I'm a proprietor, would I be registered at the state attorney general's office? Is actually the secretary of state. And if you're a sole proprietor and you did not do a fictitious name, then no, you will just have to be your name and say that you have a business. The only way you can prove that is by your taxes when you show that you claimed your business on the Schedule C. Okay. Can my husband apply for the PPP loan if he started Uber in November 2019? Absolutely, yes. The two things you need is a 2019 Schedule C and a 2020 1099. And the 1099 needs to be addressed from your business as the payer and you as the payee, okay? Because even though you own a business, you're still an employee of your own business. You have to show payroll in order to get the PPP. You cannot just you can't just say that, you know, you have employees and you pay and you have nothing to prove. You have to do it this time. There is no fudging the numbers. Now, you might make up some fake forms, but y'all doing that. I'm not. I'm just saying that I know people probably have. That's what they did the first time. They're probably doing it again this time too. But I'm just letting you know those are what you have to have. Regardless of what you do, those are what you have to have, okay? May I have the information for the trade lines? Yolanda, I will. Send me a message in my inbox and I will send them to you. Matter of fact, I got a list of a whole bunch of them. I have no problem. I'll send you every single one of them. Just send me an inbox, okay? Are they taking the stimulus out of our taxes? Hey, Melanin Poppin'. They are not taking it out of your taxes. If you received the stimulus already and you go into file and you file your taxes and you report that you got your stimulus, it should be nothing, okay? Like I said, everybody's going to be different. It should do nothing to your taxes, but I have seen some where we put in all their W-2 information and we put that they got the stimulus and then it lowered it. Then we put in for some and they got more. It all depends on what your pay information, your income makes the difference. Your income, how much taxes you paid, all of that makes the difference in what's going to determine what you're going to get back. All right. All right. Let's see. Okay. So, is there anything I can do to get my student loans forgiven? They took my taxes last year, but I need them this year. There's nothing. So there's only one trick that you can do to stop getting your student loans from getting taken, and that is to file bankruptcy. Because immediately all of the government agencies are notified. So if you file bankruptcy when they're going to take your student loans because if you file bankruptcy before, you turn in the paperwork to show that you are filing bankruptcy, they stop all actions. Okay, so that means your money doesn't stop, but it doesn't mean that they will or will not process. They will process your tax return faster to get it to you. So I do know people who filed bankruptcy to stop the process, and then they waited until they got their refund back, and then they canceled the bankruptcy. Now, I ain't telling anybody to do that. I'm just telling you that a lot of people give me tips and information, and all I'm doing is sharing it with y'all. So that is what people do if they want to stop the student loans, okay? You cannot get them forgiven unless you're disabled, and you're totally and permanent disabled, a veteran, or you're totally and permanent disabled, meaning you get Social Security, disability, or you go to one of those schools that are not legit, not accredited, and you can put in an application to have your loans forgiven because you had a fake ass school. Okay, so that's about the only way that you can get those forgiven. Any other way, it's not going to work. Sorry, but if you want to talk offline, we can. Okay. I'm not a dependent, so that doesn't pertain to me. Nope, if you're not a dependent, I'm sorry. Then you can always go and ask Diamond, but if you're a dependent, those are the people that that should get the money. But there's nothing wrong with asking. I just started a business. Can I apply? Your business has to be open by February 2020 in order to apply. Haven't received my 2020 1099 from Instacart. Can I use 1099 for the 2019 for the PPP? Erica Robinson, you have to have 2019 and 2020. If you did not get it from Instacart, I would demand that they send it to you. I mean, but I tell you this, everybody has until January 31st to give you your tax document. So you still have time. You don't have to rush. If they don't send it to you after January 31st, then there's a problem, okay? It says, how is the EIDL grant different from the PPP? Well, the EIDL grant, you can't, well, I can tell you the difference right now. You can't apply for the grants. The grants have gone away. The EIDL loan is different from the PPP because the EIDL loan, you cannot get forgiven. You do have to pay back. The interest rate is 3.75 or 2.75% if you're a nonprofit. The PPP is only 1%. And you can get it forgiven. One is a little harder to get. The PPP, I think, is harder to get because you have to have paperwork. But the EIDL is different because it goes by your credit score. So you could choose which one you want. If not, apply for both. You're eligible to apply for both as long as you have a legitimate business that qualifies. All right. So y'all know I'm gonna be going soon, right? So if it says I'm just joining and haven't got my stimulus, but Tax Act said I should get it by February 1st. Does that sound accurate? Yes, because Tax Act and all of the tax are working with the IRS to get you your second stimulus because they screwed up again. By February 1st, of course, they want to get it out to you guys because I'm telling everybody to wait until January 31st to file taxes just to see if you get your stimulus. So if they're saying February 1st, wait and see. Give them until February 5th. I mean, you have until the 12th to file taxes anyway, so it's not like they're not worrying about y'all going nowhere because they know y'all going to be there waiting. So I would say, yes, that does sound accurate. Okay. And this is good news. So Michelle says, when I put in that I got the stimulus and my taxes, my refund went way up. That's right. So that's why I said everybody's different. Okay. Don't expect everyone to be the same. They start accepting it on February 12th. It says, will it take 2 weeks to come back? I'm not believing that it's going to take 2 weeks. They're super, super slow. E-file usually takes 2 to 4 weeks. Mail takes 4 to 6 weeks. Yes, some people might get through in 2 weeks. I'm not guaranteeing that with any of my customers because y'all see everything I say a couple days later is changing. So I tell them anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks. All right. Do you have to pay back the SBA disaster loan? It's a loan. Yes, y'all always going to have to pay anything back that says loan. Absolutely, yes. But you got like anywhere between 7 and 30 years to pay it back. You cannot beat that, all right? Says, I never apply. Should I apply now? I would tell every business to apply. Y'all know my motto. My motto is if you think you apply, if you think you qualify, apply, all right? Definitely don't miss out on the money. You'd be surprised how you might slip through the cracks and get some money. And there ain't nothing wrong with falling through the cracks. Not at all, okay? And Katrina says, what if your transcript says you received the stimulus, but you did not receive it? Will that affect your taxes when you claim it? No, because actually when you do your taxes, they're going to go off of what you put. If you end up getting your stimulus check later, I wouldn't even worry about that until you file taxes in 2020. Don't even worry about it at all because I'm sure they're going to have questions. Did you receive a stimulus after such and such date? They probably will have you mark it then, but I wouldn't even worry about it. If you do your taxes and you submit it and then you get your stimulus check, that's just some extra money you did not expect to get, okay? Since they're done away with the new grants and are contacting businesses that didn't get it before, would it be wise to apply for the EIDL loan in hopes of being contacted about the grant? No, you cannot do anything that's going to help your chances of getting the grant. They already know who they're going to contact for the grant. If you want to do the loan, you're only doing it for the loan. There is no grant portion. They're not going to look at you for the grant. If you do the loan, they're looking at you for the loan, okay? Leon Corley says, I was approved for the loan, provided all of my information, but had a bank account error. I corrected it. I already know what happened. You corrected it and it's too late. So if you're one of those individuals that got a loan and your information was wrong, you need to do a reconsideration and explain your situation to see if they can give you the money back. If the bank is wrong, they're not giving you any money. So I'm just letting y'all know, make sure you got a business bank account. They're not allowing you to put it in your personal accounts anymore. All right. And it says, how do I get a 1099 form that says I paid myself if I'm Uber? 1099, you can just type it on Google. Type in 2020 1099 and print it out. You can fill out your information. Your business. You need to have a business though. You can't do this if you're Uber, then Uber needs to send it to you. But if you own your own business, you can do your own 1099 because you're your own employee. All right. If you got any questions, Danielle, you can get in my inbox too. All right. And Dwight, how can people get W-2 forms on January 31st because mail is closed on Sunday? So it is Sunday, but the January 31st. So pretty much they always give companies until the last day of January to get you your money. Unfortunately, it falls on a Sunday. So we're going to roll over and say February 1st to get your W-2s, but they will send them to you. They know they have to get them out by January. All right. It says, I haven't received my 600 because you get disability. If you did not receive it because you were claimed on somebody's taxes, you will not receive it. If you just did not get it and you were not claimed, you can always contact IRS, or you can do the stimulus tracker, the irs.gov/EIP, so that you can chase down your money. Okay. So looks like I'm out of questions, which is great. I appreciate y'all being here. Let me see if I missed anybody else before I go. Hey, Kim, thank you for watching. And Soy says, what's the hotline number for Treasury? Hold on, I'm gonna get y'all this number. So I want y'all to definitely check your to see if you owe any money to the government. All right, so let me see. All right, let me do 1 second, and I'm gonna get y'all this number. Good question, Soy. Hotline. All right, the Treasury number is 800-304-3107. All right, I'm gonna say that again. 800-304-3107. All you gotta do is call. It's gonna ask you to input your social. You put your social, and it will tell you if you owe a debt or not. So I want you guys to know if you owe some money. If y'all know, because I don't want y'all getting excited about this tax return and find out y'all don't get none. Okay. So LaQuanda, I'm having you on next week so you could tell these people how you are able to get your clients their advance refund check. So I want you here next Monday. I will talk to you in the inbox. Okay. So I got something for you. All right. So you've been helping people. So they want to know how. They're asking me. So I'm telling them, let you explain it to them. Okay. And so one more time, if you guys didn't get it, 800-304-3107. Call, put in your social, and they will let you know if you owe any money. That is the Treasury Offset Hotline. And thank you, Dwight. I appreciate it. Okay, so just to make sure I went over everything, for anybody that's late, student loans, the no payment until September 30th, 2021. Eviction moratorium. Nobody is supposed to kick you out, but they will. But hopefully we can encourage them not to. It's a new form now, right? So you have until March 31st for evictions, for the moratorium, okay? If you find yourself getting evicted anyway, go to your clerk of court, or you can go to your the legal aid office and tell them you want to do a motion to determine rent so that you can slow down the eviction process, okay? The EIDL grant, there is none. Let the SBA contact you if you're eligible. They are contacting individuals they feel is eligible. Just make sure that you have, you check the make sure you check who it's coming from so that you're not getting scammed. I'm telling you, scammers are getting better and better, and they're going to get some of y'all if y'all are not paying attention. So make sure you check who it's coming from and verify that there are an SBA employee. And two things before I go. One, the SBA is hiring, okay? They are hiring. I'm going to tell you what they're hiring: paralegals, attorneys, people to review credit. So they're looking for credit analysts. They're looking for loan officers, mortgage underwriters, customer service representatives. Okay, they're looking for a lot of people. And You don't have to have any experience for a lot of these jobs. Now, not the attorneys and, you know, some of those jobs, but these customer service jobs, they are hiring, okay? And they need people. And these are work from home jobs, okay? These are telework positions, 100% telework. If you guys are interested or you need any more information, please contact me. I'll give you the link so you can go and look for those jobs. Also, I mean, I was a federal government employee, so if you guys need help with your resumes, there is a difference between a federal resume and a regular civilian resume. So I want to let you guys, you know, make sure you are prepared to turn in the right type of resume. And last but not least, in the executive order that Biden signed today, this is new. They are creating new jobs with the public health. Hold on, I want to get it right. So the government has a public health office, and they are going to now need people to volunteer. They're going to pay you, but you're going to, they're going to have you volunteer. You're a volunteer like through CDC website or through Job Corps. Right now, I checked the website. They don't have any jobs listed, but they will be hiring individuals to help combat COVID. So if you want a job, you don't want to stay home on unemployment, SBA is hiring, and the CDC, okay? And they're all with the federal government. They pay good. And, you know, that way you don't have to sit around and chase that $300 all the time, okay? So, again, I'm going to let you guys go. It's 8:12. I usually don't like to keep you guys longer than an hour. If you need trade lines, please inbox me. I'll send them to you. If you need the links to those jobs, to the public health jobs, to SBA, inbox me. I'll send those to you as well. And other than that, I guess I'll see you guys next Monday. Thank you to my TikTok family. You guys are new. Catch me here on Mondays at 7. And you guys here on YouTube and Facebook, I see you guys every Monday. I appreciate it. I'll keep getting the info and bringing it to you. And I'll see you guys next Monday and in my inbox. All right. See y'all. Have a good Monday. Bye.